Hi guys, welcome back to The Russian is a Piece of Cake. My name is Arpine, and in today's video I'm gonna share with you phrases that we, native speakers, make mistakes in. I'm sure in every language there are some common mistakes that native speakers themselves make, and the Russian language is not an exception, which might be of use for you because there are some phrases, expressions that we say or pronounce or spell incorrectly. So if you're interested, keep watching this video. If you're new to my channel, we do some little task in the end, and the name of the winner usually appears in my next video.
Есть только миг между прошлым и будущим. Именно он называется жизнь.
So the first phrase is День рождения, birthday. And there is not only one type of mistake that people make. For example, recently I received a message that said «С днем рождением». Рождением is not used in the genitive case, it's used in instrumental case. And what do we need to use? We need to use it in the genitive case. This is the type of the mistake you won't really see so much. День рождения. You might have noticed that the both words are used in the nominative case, which doesn't really make sense because you say the day of birth. So of birth cannot be in the nominative case, right? The correct way to say it is день рождения. День рождения, not день рождения, right? But when you say to somebody happy birthday, you say с днем, which is in the instrumental case, рождение. С днем рождения.
С днем рождения вас!
What I come across very often as well is when the possessive is used wrong too. День рождения can be твой, because the possessive is connected with the word день, right? День рождения, чей день рождения, whose birthday, мой, твой, его, ее, ваш день рождения. So I guess people just, instead of connecting it with the word день, which is in masculine, they connect it with the word рождение, which is neuter. So they get твое день рождения, мое день рождения, ваше, and so on and so on. Что ты будешь делать на свой день рождения? Не знаю. Я не праздную свой день рождения. Скорее всего, буду сидеть дома. This one has to do with prefixes, and the verb is надеть versus одеть. I didn't know this for a very long time, up to maybe 16 or 15 years old. Regardless, I still sometimes make the mistake. I realize I made the mistake, but sometimes it just comes out naturally. So both words are correct. It's just the way people use it is incorrect. Надеть is something that you put on by yourself and on yourself. It can be some clothes, like a dress, like a shirt, like a t-shirt. It can be headphones as well as some earpods. Anything that you can put on yourself and by yourself. Надень курточку, пожалуйста. На улице холодно. While одеть is when you dress someone, not yourself. Нужно одеть ребенка и отвезти в садик. You need to dress the child. He doesn't get dressed by himself. You need to dress the child and take him to the kindergarten. So the mistake is that одеть is often confused with надеть. So одеть is used instead of надеть, but not the other way around, because you can't put a child on yourself, right? Everybody understands that одеть is when you dress someone. So you can't say надеть ребенка, which will mean that you will put a child on yourself. We rather confuse надеть and одеть. Запомните, вы можете одеть ребенка, но надеть вы можете платье. Oh my god, my Russian teacher wanted to kill us every time she heard somebody saying ложить, because this word doesn't exist, which people think is also imperfective, so they use ложить instead of класть, but ложить doesn't exist. When it's perfective, you can use положить. Положить. Я кладу этот скотч на стол. Right? I'm putting the scotch tape on the table, and I'm using imperfective, that's why I'm saying кладу. Класть, кладу. Я кладу скотч на стол. However, when I'm using perfective, я положила скотч на стол. I've just put the scotch tape on the table. And here you go. I just used a perfective verb положить in the past tense. Я положила скотч на стол. Let's talk about possessives. Ихний, егоный. This is a mistake that children would make, but adult people who use it might be considered uneducated, or someone can say it as a joke.
Если ваш друг говорит ихний, то ну пусть говорит. Просто удаляйте его телефон и не общайтесь с ним больше никогда.
В переводе с ихнего на нашинский это будет русский замок.
Let me get this straight. The correct way is always их, его, and I think you won't really make this mistake because you usually learn possessives. Это его скотч. Is this his scotch tape? Это ее платье. Это его дом. Заграница. And I'm sure many of you know this word, but have you ever wondered if it's correct to use it separately or as a one word? Заграница is a noun and it just means foreign countries. And if you try to separate the word за границей, for example, which also means abroad, it will be correct. This is a very tricky word. And since they mean the same thing, that's the reason why we confuse them so much. But once I break it down for you, you'll remember it and won't make any mistakes. The separated за границей requires some preposition, where за is obviously the preposition. Like, you know, in English when you say abroad, it actually means on board. So how can you tell which one to use? It's very simple. If you mean to say where, as in the place, you need to use за границей separately. Like where? In a foreign country. За границей. А где Вася? Так он же сейчас за границей. Молодец. Сейчас сложно поехать за границу, так как многие границы закрыты. It's different to go where? Abroad now, since many borders are closed. If you just mean to say what, not where, as the place itself, then you use заграница as one whole word. Этот город не за граница, он находится внутри страны. Let's talk about spelling now. В общем, mostly used as anyway or basically. And the mistake is that sometimes there can be an O added. The word will be just as one word, в общем. If you try to read it slowly, it will be like в общем, which to me doesn't make sense. So for example, my group mate, whenever she writes something in our group chat, very often I can see this в общем. And the possible reason is that in the Russian language, we have the word вообще, where you can see double O. Funny that it's like a combination of вообще and в общем.
Ну, в общем, это препарат как раз основанный на вирусе герпеса.
Дэн, у меня плохие новости. Что случилось? В общем, я разбила твою машину. Last but not least, ничего versus ничего. Again, no difference in pronunciation when it comes to using it as the word nothing. Я не хочу ничего сегодня делать. Я просто хочу лежать на диване и смотреть Netflix. However, you can use this word separately, and it'll be used like neither what nor. Let me show you. Я не знаю ни чего он хочет, ни что он планирует. Let's sum up. Don't say день рождения. Say день рождения. Надеть что-то. You put something on yourself, or somebody put something on themselves. Одеть кого-то. Dress someone. В общем, you use separately. Класть, not ложить, but положить if it's perfective. Класть if it's imperfective. What? Заграница. Where? За границей. Ничего separately. Neither what nor. Ничего as one word. Nothing. So the winner of the last game is Michaela Vigano. Hope I pronounced it correct. And this is her translation, which was the closest to correct. Thanks Michaela and everyone who participated. I liked all the answers. The new phrase is this, and the rules are the same. Think of how this phrase would sound in Russian and write your version in the comments below. That's obviously a good practice, and you also might appear in the next video. Good luck! So that's it for me for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video up to the very end. If this video was useful for you, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that like button so that more people who are interested in the Russian language will see it too. See you in the next video. Bye-bye!